We need administrative support on Fridays. Like, we recorded a segment
and it's not
didn't
there.
record, and we've had 18 customers since then.
Did you hit record this time?
There is a remote for that somewhere. I have no idea where it is these days.
At least I didn't call it play this time. I said, did you hit
Yeah,
record?
because you don't want me to be snotty to you, because I was snotty in that whole episode. The JFR episode, did you guys get that? Like, I kept putting in emojis and notes, because I'm like, come off a little snarky. So,
What are
we riffed about some 5K stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
how important that is. How important is it to you? We are distance runners.
We ran a marathon.
Ran a marathon, like our friend Ed.
Yes.
Remembered when he came in to visit. Hi, Ed.
Okay.
But yeah, so when you're not training for that distance run, there's arbitrary things. Like, it's totally arbitrary that I want to do a sub 35K. That just feels like a good, solid goal to get that in, even if I only do it once and hopefully don't die at the end.
And then you'll be fine.
And then it'll be fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. So you do things like that because it makes you know that you're capable.
Yes. And nobody else will probably care. I mean, I would be excited for you.
Yeah, but random people would be
they
like,
they don't care.
no, they don't care.
So, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about stability shoes, and we have reasons why we're talking about stability shoes.
Yes.
Some are personal, and some are not. What are stability shoes? Tell us. Yum kumquat. I said yum instead of young. I've been watching a lot of cooking programs.
Okay, so a stability shoe is typically for those people that overpronate. Overpronate. That means
There will be a picture showing upon your screen.
that means your ankles roll in when you're walking or running.
Yes.
Perhaps
your arches flatten out.
Yes. So they could go like this.
We apologize.
Anyway, we'll put some pictures in. So the problem with
She has the giggles.
the problem with that is when you're running, if you're constantly landing on the inside of your feet with your arches flattening, that could cause a lot of injury or pain or general discomfort.
And subsequently, if you're not running on the insides and you wear a shoe that's pushing you outside, you may also cause problems.
Then you
might
look
end
like
up-
that.
Yeah, and people come in, they have knee pain or hips, it can cause some alignment issues because if you're already center or running on the
hips.
outside. Did I do that? Yes. Maybe I am a dancer. I love dancers.
You could do the jazz square that you were just doing.
I did just do a jazz square. It was Uptown Girl was playing. I'll do a jazz square.
Okay.
Anyway, so that is the main reason we do that initial analysis when you come in here.
Yes.
When you come here. There's been hair changes. Lots of customers.
Yes, here we are.
Some of them got stability shoes.
They did. So
Incidentally.
stability. She's in a mood.
I wasn't when we started.
Here we
17 days ago recording this episode.
Hours later. Here we are. Okay, so our stability shoes for the overpronators. Did that just fall? I swear it just
It
went
might
down.
have. Okay, so in review.
Can
No,
they
we're not
still
gonna
see
review.
us?
Oh. Yes, it's fine.
Oh, I swear it fell.
I'll zoom out a little bit.
Okay, good.
Okay, so typically I feel like sometimes people come in asking for stability shoes because someone has told them, hey, this shoe works great for me. I will say that sometimes people who don't have all the knowledge that maybe they need to have will assume someone needs a stability shoe if they are larger in stature. That
Yes.
is not
No.
that is not a factor.
Instability.
Yeah. the factor is what your ankles and your arches do when you are moving.
That's right.
Moving. You can have a teeny tiny little person whose feet are flat, ankles roll in.
Teeny tiny little legs, teeny tiny little calf muscles.
Well, so when you first started here, Diane,
Yes.
Lady Di,
Yes.
that was a constant. You're like, they don't need stability shoes, and you have super high arches with your dance of feet.
Yes.
She's a dancer. I love dances. No one even knows why that's funny anymore.
No,
and now, what is your favorite running or your most used running shoe?
My most used running shoes is the Adrenaline.
Which is a stability shoe.
It is, but so what's interesting about these stability shoes is they all do stability in a little bit of a different way, and it's important that people understand the differences in the stabilities. Why are you laughing at me?
Because certain words, your New Yorkness comes out.
Oh,
I like it.
how do you say water?
Water. Okay.
So for this,
That beer.
I finished mine. That's sad. Anyway. Adrenalines use what's called a guide rail, and I think I've talked about these before as being my favorite shoe. But so the guide rail just helps because if you have wobbly ankles like I do, or if you've ever had IT band issues, knee issues, the Adrenaline supports your joints so that when they start to wobble out of place, they will guide you back in. If you're somebody that constantly overpronates, they're there for you all the time. If you're somebody like me who just has those wobbly ankles, they will support me when I need them to support me. And I think that's why I love them so much. And also the Glycerin GTS, Brooks has a whole new line of shoes, and the Launch GTS, the Glycerin GTS, and they also use guide rails. So
I'm wearing my Glycerin GTS again, but I'm not putting my foot up here again. I'm not doing it. You know. If you watch the show, you know. If not, go back like 3 episodes.
Okay, so that's the guide rails.
Guide rails.
Yes. Do you want to talk about what your new favorite shoe is?
I do. So I love my Diodoras, and I run in some other stuff too. But during marathon training. Okay, your mileage obviously goes way up. Plus, I didn't take a break between half marathon. It was all 7-8 months of high mileage, lots of mileage. I was not doing a lot of strength training. I'll just put that out there. I've made a change in my life, and I've officially added more of that. But I still consider myself injury free for 2.5 years. And my whole life. Like, I have never been diagnosed with any injury in my entire life.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Yeah. I'm not going to say I haven't, ever had something, but I've never needed a cast or crutches or anything like that. So, thank you, Jesus.
Aren't you special?
But during the second half of marathon training, there was always something weird going on, and we talked about that on here. So, the big thing was... it started off as tight calves and just having cramping and stuff like that.
Well, you do have big calf muscles.
Yes.
She loves her calf muscles.
And I haven't said a word. Not a word. They are fabulous, but I haven't said a word.
Rod will have to comment below.
He will. What people don't know is that plantar fasciitis can be caused by tight calves. And that's what happened to me on one foot. And it does get annoying. I understand why people end up going to see a doctor. I'm not to that point. I thought maybe I would be, and now I'm having some healing take place. So my arches did start to fall some. I started with high dancer-like arches. And I would say now they're pretty medium going toward
lower. But that does happen. That is a good point that we can bring up. Your feet do change. Mm-hmm. And as you get older, they flatten out, which makes your foot longer. So sometimes your shoe size changes.
And you can do things to cause that flattening to happen sooner. And I will say this because I do know we get some women who watch. Pregnancy changes everything. And I ended my 30s being pregnant 3 times in 2 years. That's part of my story of how I even got into running, and it took a toll. So your ligaments and your tendons actually loosen. So I'm not saying that's what did this because Jack is 6.
Yeah, so that ship has sailed.
That ship has sailed.
Bye.
But for
Gone.
those of you who might be watching and wondering what the crap has happened to me, that could be if that happened to
Yes.
you. Ed, that's probably not you. But but others.
So
Focus. Okay. So I was wondering about some things I could do to help, besides all the therapeutic things. And I really strongly felt like, from what I have seen in Black Dog and talking to so many customers, is that a lower drop would make a difference, because a lower drop shoe keeps your plantar fascia and your Achilles stretched in a different way than a higher drop shoe. And Diodoras and Brooks, which I tend to wear, those are higher drops.
almost the highest, I think, aside from like Mizuno.
Yeah.
Mizuno's
And I don't wear
high.
the Ghost. That's probably the highest Brooks we have. But like, I was pretty much a 10 millimeter straight across in what I was wearing. So, but I haven't liked Tokas in the past. They haven't worked well for me, except for the Carbon X, which is kind of a class of its own.
Yeah, because you can wear that all the time. Here we are. Here we go.
Again.
What
a day. It's a very long day. So I say all that to say to you, which is what one of my pastors as a child used to say. I say all this to say, I feel like beginning to run in the Arahis really kind of got rid of my plantar fasciitis issue. I quizzed Daniel Brass the other day about this, because you can find research to back everything.
Yes.
You can find research that people with plantar fascia or Achilles issues should wear the highest drop possible. I've seen that. And I've also seen they should absolutely wear zero drop. And I've seen they absolutely shouldn't wear zero drop.
I think it's what you're looking for.
It's what you're looking for. It's your foot. My personal theory, and I did run this by Daniel, I'm like, I don't want to be giving medical advice on the show. But sometimes I think it's just changing your drop.
Yes.
I think maybe that's what it was for me, because I'm always wearing high drops. Maybe just changing that flex and that, changed my gait a little bit. Maybe that's what helped.
Every little bit makes a difference.
Every little bit helps. So in summary,
stability shoes. It's not one size fits all. I think with shoes in general, what people, I think I need to be more open to trying different shoes. Things change, feet change, circumstances change, and it's good to not pigeonhole yourself into one type of shoes. So
yeah, like even if you've been fitted before, let us. What does the process take? 5 minutes,
and we enjoy doing it.
We enjoy doing it. We like talking about your feet
and
with
your
you.
Shoes. In case you didn't know, we love talking about running shoes.
Love it. Yeah. So when I first started working here, I was a little bit shy when people came in wearing running shoes who had been here before. I'm like, it seems annoying to them to have to take them to the process again. And now I understand, like, we do that to each other. We're like, can you watch me walk? Can you check my fit?
Does this shoe fit me?
Right. It can't hurt, guys.
No.
So let us help
There
you.
you go.
Help us help you.
Stability shoes.
See y'all soon. Bye.